How's it going, everyone? Badger here, and I didn't really want to make this video. I was hoping this particular group would quiet down, but of course they're not. I feel like a lot of people are missing the point of the immense reaction everyone is having to Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy, affectionately sometimes called Charmin Ultra by me. I mean, no offense, Sharmeen. I respect your actual career as a documentary filmmaker and all that. It just the larger point that everyone is missing here is it's not that she's a woman. Although, yes, her comments about it's 2024 and it's time for a woman are humorous and some might say frustrating, especially if you're one of those already 3 or 4 women directors that she dismissed. And I know the distinction there is, well, she's the first woman of color to do a theatrical, which is dismissive because you're saying all the other shit didn't count because it wasn't actually a movie. It was just a Disney Plus show. So that doesn't count. She counts. This is a mega stone milestone. Okay. All of that aside, let me explain to you in her own words why everyone has a problem with this and why it is indicative of a far larger issue and cognitive dissonance with Disney as a whole.
Be here. So I wanted to begin by asking you, Sharmeen, of course, as I mentioned, you have this incredible ability to work, as Rachel mentioned, in so many different mediums, right? So if I have this correct, I mean, my understanding is that you began in journalism and in documentary film.
So right away, this is a journalist. This is someone who started off as a journalist.
But have emerged into many other aspects of media in all forms. And I wonder if you could talk a little bit about about that.
And just real quick, even though I like to make men feel uncomfortable, yes, we all understood the context that was in, and she was talking about men in the Muslim world that are mean to women. She has given many more statements where she's talking about men in general, and that's one of the ways she affects change. And that, while that was from 8 years ago, and by the way, it sounds exactly the same now, this is from 7 months ago.
Journey, but also sort of what you feel that you are finding along the way, sort of what do these different mediums or aspects of medium help you?
I think at the heart of everything, I am a storyteller and an activist.
Now, God bless her for saying she's a storyteller first, but she fucking put activists in there.
And my body of work over the last 20 years has been guided by my activism, and every single piece of work that I've ever created has a piece of activism in it. It could be very overt or it could be covert, but it is there. And I think that as a storyteller...
And that's it. That's the issue. That's where they hired an activist to do Star Wars, and either covert or subvert, whatever, either secret time or fucking right out there in the open, it's gonna be there. Why would that suddenly change? Why would Kathleen Kennedy hire an activist to come into an already divided fan base and then star an already divisive character that half don't like, the other half pretend they like? There's only one reason, and none of it's good. So this is why. This is the whole reason. It's not because Sharmeen is a person of color. It's not because she's a woman. It's because they hired an activist to do Star Wars, and we're tired. I'm tired. Holy shit. And every person here that, like, aren't you tired? And I know you're like, oh, I'm tired of Star Wars. Well, guess what? We would go back to complaining about dumb shit if you would just make relatively good things. We'd go back to arguing about what color a lightsaber should be, or whether it's stupid that they used to grow crystals and now they can bleed them and that's how they turn red. We would go back about actually arguing nerd cult. If all of this dumb woke shit went away and everyone that you accuse of being a hate channel, guess what? Guess what we would all be? Instead of being accused as a hate channel, we would just go back to being irrelevant nerd channels arguing about insignificant nerd shit. And I can't wait for that day. But in the meantime, we got to sit here and talk about and defend everyone. No, we're not all sexist, homophobic, transphobic. We don't care she's a woman. And that's what bothers them, by the way, is that we don't care that she's a woman. They want you to care. They want you to fucking be so happy that they want you to eat what they're serving and be happy. And we're not. We're not. We don't give a shit that she's a female of color. We want to know, can you make a good movie? And nothing in her filmography, not even the 2 episodes of Miss Marvel that no one watched, indicates that this woman can make a 300 or 200 mil or any amount of money Star Wars movie. And when she was, and I didn't even bring it up because we all know what she's going to say. And I'm not going to introduce her accent that makes everyone laugh when I do it. But when asked about what are you going to do for Star Wars, what does she say? In 2024, it's time for a woman and a woman to shape it. What the fuck? It's already pointed out. 10 years, multiple women shaping it. That's all Star Wars has been for 10 years. Didn't hear a goddamn thing about how much she loved Star Wars growing up, how much she can't wait to make a Star Wars that everyone will love, how she understands how divided the fan base is, and she can't wait to make something for everyone that'll bring back those lost fans and something to inspire little boys. And here, I will imitate her. Why didn't we have it? I, as someone who makes documentaries about the horrible things that can be done to women, I'm going to make a movie to little boys specifically, to show them, to teach them to be heroes, to teach them to be protectors, not to be abusers. And I'm going to teach women that they too, they should not accept this, and they and everyone can be heroes of their own. Where the fuck was any of that positivity? No. It was just more shit that they knew would piss everyone off. And again, I would bet vital parts of my anatomy and significant portions of my wages that she has never seen a Star Wars movie in her life. Not all the way through. Maybe when she was a kid, it was on in the background. But to sum it up, kids, it's because they hired an activist, not because they hired a woman. All that other shit is just window dressing. The main argument here is they hired yet again another creative that probably doesn't know Star Wars, probably doesn't like it, and is using it only as a platform to fuck it up more and continue their great replacement of the fans. If there's any of us left, they're going to make sure we're gone. And then if they can wither through the storms of continuing to lose money with their Black Rocks, their State Streets, their Vanguards, they'll have a nice little indoctrinated group of new fans that they can continue on with. It's been Kathleen did it from the start when she assassinated all the legacy characters and then blamed us when we got upset about it. That's it. So next time you see someone saying some dumb shit about we're upset because it's a woman, you tell them, no, they're not dummy. They're upset because they hired yet another activist, proving the fact that Disney doesn't know what it's doing and is probably done for. Let me know what you think of this one in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe, please. And if you haven't done that, go ahead and do that now. And if you've done it, thank you. And we'll see you on the next one.